look pretty active today. Is it starting to slow down for you a little bit here? Starting to get a little bit more comfortable?
Most definitely. I think me personally, I am getting a better understanding on the defense. You know, I've been playing it for the past 4 years. You know, with Coach Brown, I think I have a pretty good understanding personally. But we've been doing pretty good. Yeah.
How much different is it running the same defense with different guys? Like, does that create, you know, having to kind of relearn some things or readjust?
It's as far as the defense goes, you know, the scheme is the scheme, but it is a little bit different, you know, having that chemistry with other people, you know.
Oklahoma converted a 3rd and 19 on a rushing play. Kind of what's your reaction to that play, and how do you kind of recover from it and move on from it?
I mean, we just got to see it on film, you know. We made some mistakes, but we can clean it up this week. It is a little frustrating, but it's just a part of the game.
Yeah. This is an Oklahoma team that came in averaging 55 points a game. You guys held them to 20 there. You finished with 13 tackles, a sack, and a tackle for loss. What was working for you guys defensively today?
I think we really did come out to play. We still made mistakes, 100%. And it was great to hold them to 20 points, but we still didn't come up with the win. We just got to do better next week.
Short week with BYU on Friday. How does that change your preparation with, you know, having to go across 2 time zones and play late at night?
Nothing changes, you know. It's the same preparation, same schedule. We got another team that we got to face.
And thoughts on the Nipper atmosphere today?
Nipper was amazing. The fans were great. They did their part, you know.
Your thoughts on Ken Willis today, how he played, having to come in and then...
Excuse me?
Ken Willis played today, how he did, and on the other hand, would you like to have Deshaun back next week?
I think you know, when somebody's down, it's just next man up. Ken did a great job coming in and being the next man up and doing his job. You know, I'm sure he probably made a few mistakes in the game. You know, everybody does. You know, DP, he's a great guy. He's a great player. You know, love to have him on the field, but it really doesn't matter who's in. You know, next man up. Everybody has a job to do.
Ross?
13 tackles, a career high today, Dorian. Were you seeing gaps any more vividly this week than prior weeks? Were things clicking more so just in the timing from snap to tackle?
100%. I think it was more of a drive, you know, me personally. In practice, I've been trying to make sure I do extra as far as like running to the ball and making sure I'm 100% sure on what my job is, you know. Just trying to play my scheme of the defense, play my part in the scheme of the defense.
Walk us through that sack that you were able to notch in the first half.
I believe we ran a pressure and the offensive line slid away from me and the running back came to block me. I really just got inside of him, put my hands on him, got off, made the sack.
Going through this many plays and facing an offense with this much tempo, how great of an experience was it for you personally and then for the defense overall in a league where there's so many dynamic forms of offense?
Can you ask that again, please?
Just the experience of getting to face a team that plays with this much tempo for the first time this season.
It's honestly, it's nice to experience that because they do go pretty fast, and it definitely prepares us for teams down the road who want to go tempo, you know. And I feel like this team specifically, they're probably one of the best at running tempo, and we handled it very well. So it's hopeful for the future.
Marshall?
Henry Jones said that after the game, he was frustrated with himself because the offense wasn't able to score more than 6 points when the defense showed out as much as you guys did. When you do play that well against a prolific offense and your offense isn't putting points on the board, how do you handle that?
I handle that by doing as much as I can, you know, playing my game on the field, trying to pick up the guys around me. You know, every game's not going to go how you want it to, but as somebody who's as a starter on the team, you have to be that guy that's picking everybody else up. You know, like we were still in the game the whole game, so you can't have your head down even when the offense is not doing as good as they want to or as good as we want them to. You can't put your head down. You can't let everybody sulk on the sideline. You got to keep everybody up.
How do you stay up?
You stay up with your teammates by leaning on your teammates. You know, like as far as like the D line, you know, they're picking me up when I make mistakes. I'm picking them up. You know, we're all on the sideline watching the game as well, and we're trying to go out there and put the offense back in a better position. Once they come off the field, they punt the ball, we're trying to put them in a better position, and we're trying to go score, you know?
Any other questions for Dorian? Thanks.